leading the Israelites into the promised land, but there was a huge river in front of them, and it was a big problem. Then God spoke to Joshua, and he stopped the flow of the Jordan River. Joshua was a prophet. Joshua was a prophet who told people messages from God. The Israelites came up to the Jordan River and they had no way to get through. So God and Joshua, God used Joshua to split the Jordan River so the Israelites can get through to get to the promised land. After they crossed the river, they got stones to celebrate how God had helped them get across the river. Guess what happened next? When their feet touched the other side, the water came rushing back. Whoosha, 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 whoosha. I'm a fishy. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What's going on here? Oh, I didn't know God could do that. How amazing. After they crossed the Jordan River, the Israelites were thanking God so much they even got stones from the river to remember that time when God split the river in half to get them to the promised land.
In this story, we will be telling you about taking the promised land, also known as Jericho. This story begins with a guy named Joshua.
Hello.
So God told him to bring all of the Israelites to go take the promised land. So then Joshua gathered a lot of his men, took them all the way to Jericho. And then God said, march around the city one time for 7 days. On the 7th day, God said to march around the city 7 times. Now that's a lot of work. So then, do you know what happened? Something crazy is about to happen. Guess what happens? Kaboom. Well, actually, almost forgot. God said on the 7th time around, on the 7th day, they're supposed to blow trumpets and shout. God made the walls come falling down. Then they went into war. There were still more battles to be fought. Now here comes something amazing. God made the sun stay for a whole entire day.
Oh, I can't believe this. This sun is not going down, and it is, 9 o'clock.
PM.
This is important because the Israelites could have more daylight to fight their enemies.
So, in this story, God was providing help to Joshua and his armies.
David was a shepherd who watched his sheep. One day his father told him to bring his brother's food, and when he saw Goliath, he wanted to fight him. So he went to the king, but the king wasn't sure. So the king gave him his armor, though. It was too big on David, and David thought, I can't fight like that. So he went in his normal clothes, and he went to a nearby stream and collected 5 rocks, and he put them in his sack, and then he went to fight Goliath, and Goliath thought he would always win. Before Goliath could even move his sword or shield, David grabbed out a rock and put it in a slingshot and swung it around until kaboom, it fell out and it hit Goliath right smack in the forehead, and he fell right straight forward. We just told about the story about David and Goliath, but now it's my chance to tell you all about King David.
As king.
So after King Saul died, David became king. So when David was king, God made him a very, very special promise that his kingdom would last forever. And guess who would come from his family? Jesus would. And while David was king, there was something called the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark of the Covenant was supposed to be in every war carried by Israelites. So inside the Ark of the Covenant was the 10 Commandments, and they were very special. At one point, the Ark of the Covenant was in the enemy's hands. Then they got it back. Woo, yay!
Oh, I know King Solomon. He asked for wisdom.
Solomon's first big project, he made a temple for God.
Oh,
He brought in lots of gems and gold to
Yeah.
put on the inside that David, his father, had got. So sadly, Solomon told other people to worship false gods and not the real one true God. Solomon even built altars to false gods, not the one true God. Solomon has been blessed with so much. How could he turn away from God? Even though this happened, God still cared for the Israelites, and He cares for us today. And He can't only do miracles back then, but He can still today. Bye from KidsWorld.